Holy crap, I was actually live this whole time? My bad, I was typing in the Discord server. Whoops, good thing I didn't show my ass. Yo, that's bad. Imagine I was naked. I didn't even realize I went live. I'm sorry about that. I hope I didn't pull anything up on the screen. I don't think I did. Did I show my ass on stream? Whoops. I don't think so. I think I was just typing. Yeah, I was just typing the whole time. Okay. Whoops. Sorry if you saw my ass. Happens sometimes. It's like that streamer forgets to shut stream off. Should have bought Nvidia. My brother, 2023, 2024, 2025 in the past. I'm over it already. I'm preparing for 2026, 2027, 2028. Should have bought Nvidia. I should have lost weight when I was 20 years old, so by the time I was 30, I was juiced out like Larry Wheels. Can't go back in time. What are you going to do right now so in 3 years you're not saying the same exact thing? I'm taking according to plan. I got enough time left in my, I'm not going to say my youth, but you got to accept a couple things. A, never going to be rich, never going to be a millionaire. B, never going to have the dream life I wanted. C, never going to give you up, never going to let you down. That's it, baby. Next bull run, I'm gonna get my YouTube plaque. We're basically gonna get back to where we already were, but I can't really say that because I never took the money out. And now we know next time when the indicators say get out, don't listen to the bullshit, don't listen to the hopium, get out. All right, the Cutler RSI said it's time to go. We said no, I want a bull run. Bearish. Cutler RSI said to get out. People said no, I want a bull run. Obviously, the top was in May. Oh, well, the top was in November. Brother, if you got out in March and April, you fucking killed it. If you got out here, you got out near the top because a lot of coins were dead. But the initial pump, actually, Ethereum never hit this. But back in 2020, whatever year this was when it was letting you know, hey, euphoria's hitting. When you get these yellow boxes, it lets you know, hey, euphoria's hitting. I know it's not where it's supposed to be because it's supposed to be at the end of the year, but not this time. So now we know when the shit says to get out, get out. When this red line rolls over, there's no more old season. That's the reality. When this red line takes a shit, it's bearish. So the good news is the red line's in the dirt. So probably when it goes, it's actually the lowest it's ever been. Probably when it turns yellow, it's probably time to load up on garbage, but we're not even close to that. It's going to be a while. So don't worry, chat. I'm going to take care of you, all right? My little lambs, I'll never abandon you. Someone said I abandoned you guys. I never abandoned you. I was simply accepting my future, and now you must all accept your future. The faster you swallow the pill, the better off you'll be, I promise. Dude, 3 weeks ago, I was dying. I actually thought I was dying. I actually almost died in September. And even though my net worth has been slashed, I've accepted my fate. Once you accept your fate, it doesn't become hard. The worst is over. I hope. I really hope. I don't know. But my heart is still fluttering, which is not good. That means I have some type of problem going on. But I'm hoping now that I'm at peace, hopefully my blood pressure comes down and everything comes down. But I don't know. Bitcoin Bajan for 5 says, bruv, it's rough today, down big, debating about cutting and selling my Toshi. Don't want to sell, but don't want to hold to zero. Listen, I know it's hard. Pretend, let me help you, Bitcoin Bajan. Pretend your US dollars are the old coin. Once you change, this is how I made money in 2024. I said to myself, the new alt season is my US dollar. It's not Shiba, it's not Floki, it's the US dollar. When my US dollars are going down, I have to get out. Unfortunately, in 2024, at the end, I turned back into a moon boy, even though I had all the money in the world, and I said, now I need $1 million, I need old season. And as my money dwindled, I was like, oh no, but it's still going to be old season. You're watching your US dollar shrink, so your old season is going out the window. If we blast up, we're not, but let's just say in hypothetical scenario, we blast it up to the all-time high, you still have all that money to buy something else. It's time to get a divorce from Toshi. All right, I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not a marriage counselor, but you must divorce Toshi because Toshi will take half of everything you have and leave you with nothing, and then go hook up with someone else. So you can get you could get a divorce with Toshi, or you can let her take your money. All right, not financial advice. As someone who's been in 1,000 divorces with crypto in the last 8 years, Toshi will take your house, will take your soul, take your dreams, and give you nothing in return. It's over, my man. It's over, brother. Take it from someone who overcomplicates everything. It's over, brother. You've gotten bear market signals that only happen in bear markets. And that's why I try my best to show you only things that are 100%, not 100%, but there's going to be people that just come up, take it from me, because I did it last time, come up with these rubbish ass shit to say why it's still bullish. I mean, Toshi in itself isn't even bullish. I'm pretty sure Toshi broke the uptrend. You know, and I can't have you losing all your money because you're the one that donates me money. So I need you to stop losing money now so you can send me some super chats. All right? I know your Moonboy favorite YouTuber is going to tell you trendline, but we already did that up here. Remember? We already broke the trend line. Once it breaks the trend line, it falls 50%. Once it breaks this trend line, it's going to fall another 50%. And the thing about Toshi, it doesn't look like it can go down. It's still up 20x from when it came out. That's why we don't want to accept it, because it did a freaking 100x. Oh my gosh, this coin did a 200x. But we look at everything on log, so it doesn't look bullish. But when you actually take this off, like, dude, you had a big bull run. And listen, if you want to believe we're going to go back up, that's okay. I get it. You just buy back in when we break the high. But the tether dominance broke the downtrend. The S&Ps didn't even break down yet. MicroStrategy just made a new low, even though Bitcoin didn't. I've seen enough evidence to suggest save my money. Because even if I do nothing, and I save my money and I buy MicroStrategy at 60 bucks, if MicroStrategy went back to the high, I'd probably have all my money back, basically. Now, we don't know if it's going to go back to the high, but we don't know anything. That's why we're always in the same spot. But I know enough to see that this going down every single day for the last 2 months is not bullish. It's not coming back. And the problem is, now we're so far away from the moving average that even if we get a bounce, it's still bearish. Think about that. Let's just say the bottom is in right now. Let's just say for Wet Dream, the bottom is in. Even if it bounces 15%, it's still bearish. You needed to get the bounce up here, not down here. That's why I hope we just go down a little bit more, and then we can say, all right, what's the plan for the rest of for the next half? Because I'm not a professional and I'm not a trader, so I'm not going to try and short this because I don't know where the bounce is. But you know, just like the bull run, you get some type of euphoria phase. You also get a euphoria phase to the downside. So I made all my money in 2024 here. My net worth peaked here. technically. If I would have sold and kept all my money in cash and just did YouTube, I would have made so much money because I didn't do shit this whole time. Just like here, there's people that are shorting and they're very good at shorting, but there's going to be a window where it's like you just got to close your eyes. Just go like this and hit short. Just like here, you just close your eyes and buy in. We have to train our brains to accept, just do the same thing in the other direction. Now, I'm not shorting with leverage and all this other nonsense because I always lose money. But I'm waiting for that window, which we will find, where it's like, okay, this is it. Remember when we were, I don't know if you were here. Oh, I guess I'm done talking to that guy now. I appreciate the 5, man. I hope you figure it out. I know it sucks, but, you know, it's a part of the cycle. I appreciate the 5. But I know my charts were wrong, but we even said we got to get in here because this is when we go vertical. We're going to do the same thing to the downside. Once we get to this, we're going to go straight down. So you just got to close your eyes and pretend you're buying a shitcoin, but like buy a short shitcoin. But we're not there yet. We're not going to get there for a while. This is actually like phase 2 of the bear market. Right now we're in phase 1. And then phase 3 is when you wrap it up, where you put the low in. Because look, even though this capitulation, even if you would have like closed your short here, like you still made another low 3 weeks later. And then you did nothing for 3 months. So we just entered phase 1. Look, we just got our first red candle since 2023, chat. Brother, what you gonna do, brother? This is the first candle that confirms a bear market. Look, we had green candles for 2 years. We now have our first red candle since 2023. And it's not even like my initial instinct as a moon boy is like, oh, well, if it bounces. Bro, we've been saying that for 3 weeks already. It's not bouncing. Then by the time you're at 80K, oh, well, if it bounces, we're all right. Like, it should bounce at 80K. I would be shocked if we break 80K on the first try. Because now Bitcoin would be down like 40%. And I think the bear market moves down in increments. Like the first one was 50%, then we bounced, and then we moved down 60%. This one, you moved down 50, 70%, then you bounced for a little while, and then you went down 50%. So we moved down in increments. Same thing here. But the bear market is shrinking in a percentage. But the thing about percentages is if you just get the big 50% move, 50% is the same no matter where you get it from. Unfortunately, it's already down 30%. So I would be shocked if we broke this on the first try. I think personally we're going to get a big bounce, or we're just going to sit there like 2018. I don't know what it's going to look like. But right now, it's death to all. It sucks. But again, every time we bounce, it's the bottom is in, the bottom is in. And at some point, whoever times the bounce is going to make a lot of money. Because like we're starting to get really oversold. But I mean, you can see that it stays oversold for a little while, man. The first move down last bear market was extremely oversold. Yeah, whoever can time that bottom, man, you're going to get some money. I think it's not too late to short, but if you're not a trader, I wouldn't do anything. You're better off waiting for some type of low. Because if it's a bear market, it goes a lot lower than you think it will. So like if you take a long at 85K and then it goes all the way to 76K, you're already liquidated. So my only goal for this year, well, my goal for this year is just do nothing. But my goal for 2026 is don't lose all my money and try and make some money back. And then in 2027, that's where I begin my journey. Because I don't believe in the 4-year cycle for Bitcoin is true, but for me personally, I'm done with the 4-year cycle. Because like I said, past 3 days now, the real bull run top for most of us was right here, which was literally 2 years in advance. So I don't think it's a 4 year cycle for us. I think it's a 2 year cycle. Because the same thing happened in 2020. The real top was here a year before the top was in. Even though this was the top, if you were in here and you played meme coins, you did all right. I didn't play meme coins. I played fucking utility. Lost. If you played meme coins here, you did all right. If you played utility, I don't remember. I don't even know. You lost. I don't know. So the top for Bitcoin might be every Q4 of the 4th year, but the top for altcoins keeps moving. So we'll be able to find it. We'll be able to find it. Trust me, man. If we were able to find this 2 years in advance or a year in advance, we'll find the next one. Get ready for the next round. But I'm not going to come on here pretending it's easy because it's not. It's very hard selling knowing your dreams are dead. But you have to take into consideration that your dreams are dead, but your life isn't. And if some people just hold all the way to zero, your life... I got lucky back here because I just went on a magical run where I had $1,000 and I just got a 300x basically with no I didn't get more than a 10x. I just kept jeeting everything. So now that I know that's how I can make money, I'm not going back to zero. So whenever the bull run begins, I'm going to jeet with the money that I have and get my money back. It's just going to take a little while. But I already swallowed the pill. Once I swallow the pill, life starts getting less stressful. So I'm not telling you guys you have to swallow the pill, but the pill is always there whenever you're ready. All right? Like that guy from the clown movie says, take it. Take it. Just take it. Take the pill. Oh my God, Coinbase is going straight down. Oh man, it's like bearish euphoria. That's it, chat. It was a good fucking try, man. We'll give it another good try next time around. The 1 for 5 says Michael Jackson is dead. I appreciate the 5. Yeah, I remember when Michael Jackson died. I was still innocent, so I was upset. Even though I didn't even know who he was. I was like, oh, that's really sad that someone died. Now, if you don't have my blood, I don't really give a shit if you die or not. It's really sad, but that's life. If you don't have the same DNA as me, I don't care if someone pushes you into a train. No, that's not nice. I'm just kidding. Bitcoin Bajan for 5 says, could Swiftcoin go to 10 cents at least? I need to escape. I appreciate the 5. My friend Bitcoin Bajan, I'm being selfish when I say this. I need you to not lose any more money, okay? Because you're keeping the lights on. This coin is done, man. I need you to not lose any more money, okay? Please? Because I need your super chats to keep the lights on. And if you just keep holding this rubbish to zero, then your super chats are going to disappear, and then I'm going to disappear. You're one of the staples of the stream. This coin has been going down for a year now. It's never going back up there. Please. Whoever the Moonboy YouTuber you're watching is giving you all these rubbish, you got to unsubscribe from them. If you unsubscribe from me too, that's fine. But I don't know where you're getting these Moonboy predictions. It's over, man. Dude. Here, let me put it on non-log. Look at that shit. Come on, man. Look at this dude. Look at this fucking guy. Come on, brother. I need you to pull through for me. Keep the lights on. I think at some point you are going to get a big bounce, but it could go down 50% first. You know? I mean, look at this. Look at this coin. Look at all the poor bastards that held this to zero. It literally was a bottomless pit. It just never stopped going down. So if you put $10,000 in here, you literally went back to $1. I think. No, that's not true. You went to $100. If you put $10,000 in this coin right here and then your favorite YouTuber said DCA, you didn't even get your money back. Well, I guess technically if you DCA'd all the way down, you did get your money back, but this is an extreme example. But listen, please, I need you to not lose all your money. If you want to sell half and that makes you feel better, that's fine. That's how it starts. You sell half, then you feel a lot better. Then you realize the other half starts shrinking, and then you're like, all right, I'm not losing any more money. Then you're just fully out. But this coin is now down 90% from the top, which at face value, it's like, well, it can't go down another 90%, but it can. It can't be, but it is. 76% to the bottom. You're a good guy, Bitcoin Bajan. I need you to survive. You got to keep the lights on for fat tone. So we'll say that this coin is extremely bearish as long as it's below 54. I need you to survive this bear market, brother. You're going to be a staple the next run. All the people that send me super chats, I need you to save your money, please. You're going to keep me alive. I'm just playing a character. I'm just kidding. But yeah, this coin is bearish below 54, man. There's no bottom. I think you could have a bounce at like 28. And then, because again, once Bitcoin bottoms, probably around 80-ish, I think, you should get a big rally. And then it's going to zero again. Kind of like this or this. You went down, you went up, and then it went down again. I appreciate the 5, man. I would say bearish below 54. Bearish below 66. There's no support until 26, man. I appreciate the 5. It helps out a lot. The 1 says Michael Jackson is alive and lives in Mexico. I appreciate the 2, man. That's awesome. I appreciate the 2. The dollar is dying too. No, the dollar is turning bullish, my man. We're gonna make it out of here, I'm telling you. This is gonna, listen, we learn now. Bear market, bear market. You got a bear market coming in hot. I mean, Solana, dude, for the shorters in the chat, I would try and play Solana because you got the world's biggest head and shoulders forming, just like Polygon. Someone pointed it out. I remember in the chat, Polygon has a head and shoulders, and we were like, no, you got the same pattern on Solana now. Look at this, dude. When this thing breaks, you're going to go all the way back to 50 bucks. That's my target. My target is $50 for Solana. I don't know if that's the bottom because Solana bottomed a month or the month after Bitcoin bottomed. Could you imagine it actually goes down to 20 bucks? Yo, if Solana goes to $20, I think I just might close my eyes and get in. Right? You have to. Just close my eyes, buy in. Even if it bounces back up to 100 bucks. Just get out. The 1 for 2 says the 1 is back to keep your lights on. I appreciate that, man. That's awesome. I appreciate that a lot. Doesn't it feel much better knowing you're not losing everything because you already did? It's true though. Just the feeling. Dude, I've been losing money for the last 2 years. It's fucking sick. Every morning checking my phone, down 10%, down 10%, down 10%. It's like, what kind of sick fuck just keeps watching it? Just get out. It took me way too long to accept it. I wish I would have woken up, but at least I woke up this time. I have no money, but I have some money. I have enough money to get all my money back. So if I gotta wait 2 years, I'll wait 2 years because I just waited 2 years. But I can live my life now, not suffering. There's a difference between living your life and suffering and living your life and enjoying it. Cyber curd for $1. That's the peanut guy, right? I appreciate the dollar, man. That's awesome. Soul is worthless. Nah, you'll be surprised, man. I mean, every altcoin is worthless, but I mean, who would have imagined Ethereum would make... Oh shit, we broke the super trend. Yeah, the shorters are gonna make so much money. I'm just a moon boy. Dude, every single time ETH broke the super trend, it fell by 20% or more. Every single time, forever and ever. This one was 14%. This one was 20%. This one was 27%. You get the idea. Good luck, chat. The one for 2 says, let's take a moment of silence for the squirrels. Every time I see a squirrel, I think of Peanut. I appreciate it too. Eat My Shorts gifted 1 sub. I appreciate the sub, man. That's awesome. I appreciate that a lot. Bomba Crypto says, I will never sell. Alt season soon. What about the relief rally? Yeah, at some point you'll get a relief rally, but it's like waiting for Santa to come. At some point he's going to come. We just don't know when. In my opinion, I think the relief rally could start around here. Maybe we get a big crash below the Gaussian channel, but like the candle closes at 80K. And then you'd have one of these. Which I really hope happens, because that'll be the first move down, and we'll probably be bullish for like 3 months. Like, not the bullish that you're thinking of, but like fake bullish. Probably until February or March. Because you got to remember that we have to give credit to the people who called the top in October, which was not me. But if the top was in October, then the bottom should be in October, which means that the capitulation needs to be shifted over, right? The bottom in 2018 was December, and the top was in December. The top in November, the bottom was in November. So our bottom should be in October, which means that the capitulation should be, what do you got? September, August. What's before August? July? Yo, so you just got to survive the spring, man. Because you know the summer is going to be nothing, and then the bottom is in the fall. Then the bull run starts again. Then we all get our money back. It's going to go quick, I'm telling you. The reason why this year was so shit was because we suffered. But it was a fast year, man, I'll tell you. Which is scary, because now I see my face is getting wrinkly. So I'm officially getting old. It's a hard pill to swallow, but you know, it's life. Riser for 2 says, here in Germany, top 10 YouTube channels still say bull run. I appreciate the 2. Yeah, listen, I learned my lesson. As much as it sucks right now, and believe me, it does. The only reason I'm in pain is because I had the life I wanted. And I keep saying that, so I'm not going to say it anymore because it's annoying. But like, the real pain is losing all of your money. So I know what it's like to lose everything, 0. That shit is terrible. Not just because you have no money. It's not that. It's that you'll never have a chance to get your money again. So knowing what it feels like to go to 0, I would rather say bear market, watch it go to the moon, than hold all the way to fucking 0. Because you will go to zero if you hold your coins. I know there's propaganda, just hold. I don't even know what coins made new all-time highs from the last cycle besides Solana. Like, does anybody know of coins that made new all-time highs from last cycle? Like, not Doge, or excuse me, not 2017 coins, but like coins that came out in 2021 and made new all-time highs. I don't even know. Right? Polkadot went to zero. Cosmos went to zero. Phantom went to zero, although Phantom is an old coin. Did H bar? Dude, H bar was shilled heavily. Did H bar make a new high? I mean, I shilled Dogecoin and the shit didn't even make a new high. Yeah, H bar didn't make a new high. Like, you can't just DCA, man. Jasmy sucks. Near protocol? Did Near make a new all-time high? No, it didn't. Like, does anyone know of 2021 coins that made new highs? I don't think so. Cardano is from 2017. But Cardano didn't make a new high. It made a lower high. Oh my God, Cardano looks terrible. Oh man. Oh my God, oh my God. I know what's gonna happen. No way. Hold on, chat. Dude, what if it's an ultra bear market? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude, what if Cardano just had a 618 retracement and now it's coming all the way back down to 7 cents? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude, why can't this happen? I'm telling you, I'm starting to think this bull run was a retracement. Just like in 2021, a lot of the old coins did retracements. Dude, every shitcoin hit the 786 or the 618, and now they're going down again. And the coins that only hit the 382, those coins are going to zero, absolute. Yep, Polkadot's done, man. Dude, yo, chat. I wish I knew how to trade. I do, I'm just too emotional, man. Son of a bitch. The one for $2 says Merry Chasmus. I appreciate the 2. Bitcoin Bajan for 5 says just took the plunge, sold at a loss, holding USDC, sit on it and wait for opportunity. Thank you for the encouragement. I appreciate the 5. Now you just got to walk away. Just walk away from crypto for 2 weeks. Because now every time we bounce, you're going to think you sold the bottom. I'm telling you, that's just from a professional moon boy. The thought process is every time the coin bounces, you think you sold the bottom. And then you just wait a week and it goes even lower. Because I sold out, technically I sold out. I would have been all right. But then I tried to take a super long because I thought we would hold the moving average. And I could have gotten out technically in profit, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. I didn't. But the coins just keep going down, brother. But at some point, we're going to get a bounce. Someone will sell the bottom. There's no question. Somebody in the chat will sell the bottom eventually because we're not going to go straight down to 40K. But how low is it going to go before the bounce comes? That's the problem. I don't know. You have to watch your favorite YouTuber to tell you where the bounce is because I have no idea where it is. Where do I think it could be? Again, I would be shocked if we broke the Gaussian channel on the first try because that's never happened in history. You've always... Again, you've wicked through it, but you've bounced off of it. So generally, every bear market, we've sat on the bottom of the channel for a month. This was 3 months, almost. This was also 4 months, 5 months. This one was 4 months. So I would imagine, I hope, that we sit on top of the channel from December to March. This way it gives us time. Like if we're doing this in March, you know it's about to go straight down because it happens every single time. forever and ever. So I would really be shocked if we broke 80K on the first try. I think, dude, I think that's realistic because if we go down to 80K, again, maybe we wick lower, but the candle closes above 80K. Then we do this. When you end the bear market, the price goes straight down. Like there's just unlimited selling. So if we're only going to go down to 40K, we have to have unlimited selling, but we can't go right down. Like if we went to 50K on the first attempt, you can't go to 40K. So there's going to be a big bounce point because in order to drop down 50% to 40K, we've got to be at 90 or 80K. So what I'm saying is we just need to find where this is, which I think we will, because we were able to find where this was before it happened. And we were able to find this too, chat. So we'll be able to find this. And if we can find this, then we'll be all right. Because when this is over, it's almost time to buy in again for some people. A lot of shitcoins will go to zero, but if I had to guess, I think 3 months from now, we're still at 80K. I don't see how we would go that low. But I appreciate the 5. Crazy Waffle for 5 says, I'm out of the market. What should I buy on a bounce before a crash? Appreciate the 5. Listen, Crazy Waffle, we have to be self-aware, okay? Self-awareness is extremely important in life. I know people want to say fake it till you make it. Those people end up in the graveyard. For people like me and you, just sit on your hands for now. I know you want to make your money back, but you end up losing more money trying to do that. Just sit on your hands. Enjoy the ride the rock's about to take you on. And we're going to find out where this crash is. Alright? Because if we can find this, it makes me sick, but I already have, I have, these things on Robinhood. They're all up 100% already, and I didn't buy any of them. Dude, this thing's doing a waterfall. It's called a waterfall. It is kind of funny, but this is called the waterfall pattern. It just goes straight down. Oh man, the waterfall, baby. It just enjoy the ride, man. I'm surprised I'm laughing because I am dying, but I think my brain is trying to look forward to the future. 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 I call this one the waterfall. Yeah, so it's Crypto Meowsis in the chat. He told me to get a crunch wrap, and I got a crunch wrap. So I'll be looking forward to the $7 super chat. No, I'm just kidding. I tried to get the McRib, and they told me we don't have any. So I was like, alright, thanks for nothing. I can't believe I can't get the McRib. That would have been a good video to make. I probably would have got some subs off of that, but they told me we don't have any. The same thing happened at Wendy's when I tried to get the $1 muffin. They said sorry, we don't have any. Thanks for nothing. Cybercurd, I appreciate the sub. The 1 for 2 says the 1 is out. I appreciate the 2, man. Thanks for stopping by. Cybercurd, welcome to BTC Whale for MSTR bottom. Look at 3 months stock RSI. I appreciate the sub, man. Yeah, the bottom for MicroStrategy, I think, could be between 70 and 40. I know the guy that lives in Singapore, Sonny. He says he lives in California, but I think he's in Singapore. It's probably here somewhere. Because again, when we capitulate, MicroStrategy fell by 70%. So if we fall by 70%, we go right to $50. But we're not going to go straight down. At some point, it's gonna do nothing. But you're saying look at the stock RSI. Oh man, this shit just started going down. Yeah, nice find. Yeah, we just started, dude. Holy shit. I call this one the waterfall. Yeah, it's a good find. Same thing for Bitcoin. Bitcoin didn't even start yet. But by the time it tells you to get out, it's too late. So, yep, that'll do it, chat. The 2-month RSI finally crossed the dotted line. I appreciate the sub. Crypto Meow Assist for 2 says, bruh, here is $20. I appreciate the 20, man. I was just kidding, dude. I was just kidding, man. I appreciate the 20, man. It helps out a lot. It does pay for the crunch wrap. I really do appreciate that. I was just kidding, man. But I got it just for you. It wasn't bad. I don't want to spoil the review, but you know how it is. Anything worth $7, it's not gonna cut it. I want a box of pizza for $7. But I appreciate the 20. I'm just in Bitcoin now. I have 1 BTC. Dude, I would just wait, man. I think MicroStrategy could be a good play. Like, I know David B thinks everything's a jinx, which maybe it is. But, dude, MicroStrategy has more Bitcoin than every other entity combined. So it's like, would anyone with real money, which is like million and billionaires, would they even buy this? Or would they just buy MicroStrategy? So it's like, MicroStrategy could still be the move. Because here's the thing. Let's just say it goes back to $40. Even if it does a retracement, that's a 3x. That's still going to outperform Bitcoin. And then you think about what Ben is saying, where the QE will be back next cycle. Can't we apply that to this? Yo, the first bull run was even more nuts. This shit took less than a year. You got a 10x. I'm telling you, man, we're gonna have plenty of time to brainstorm. There's so much time left, but it's gonna go quick. So we gotta be prepared. Coinbase, yeah, Coinbase is a good watch as well, but they don't even have that many Bitcoin, man. MicroStrategy has like 500,000 Bitcoin. It's absolutely nuts. Bitcoin Bajan for 5, but I appreciate the 20. Bitcoin Bajan for 5 says, where does Bitcoin go if it bounces? Oh, my bad. I didn't know I was still on the little screen. You guys like the overlay, right? I turned the rocket upside down. Yee. I mean, listen, I'm not a professional. You have to watch your favorite YouTuber to know exactly where the bounce is. But historically, we bounce back to the top. Or, we bounce back to the moving average and the middle of the Gaussian channel. So if I had to guess, I think the moving average is actually curling down already. Yo, the moving average is curling down already. Oh yeah, this is gonna work, chat. Dude, we're gonna nail this. I think it goes down to 80K. Then we do one of these until March. And then this is gonna come down. And then when Bitcoin goes back to 97K, that's when we get the nuke. So I'm probably going to do nothing until this point. But I think we'll probably bottom around 80K, maybe a little lower, I don't know, but like this area pretty much. Because I think this area is going to act as this area. And we'll get a big bounce. And then we'll get a big ass move down. And this will be this. And then the bottom falls out right back down to here, which I think is this right here. So I think if we're lucky, it just does it in an obvious fashion where it goes down the same way it came up. Which the traders will tell you that there's a lot of volume here, which is why it's possible that it does actually just staircase down, because we staircased up. Because everywhere there was volume, we stopped. Everywhere there was no volume, we just went up. But here's the thing. There's a lot of volume here. There's no volume here. That's why we go right down from 75 straight to 50. And that's where I think MicroStrategy will capitulate. And then once we break this, the next area of volume is here. And I think this is the bottom. Because if you look, this looks like one of those donut toys that the babies play with. Because there's a couple of reasons. You would be down almost 70%, which I think is more than fair, considering each bear market is shrinking. This one is 77. This one I think was 84. So it's definitely shrinking. So I think 68 is fair. It might even be smaller than that. But the logarithmic regression is also there, which, can someone please tell me why BLX doesn't work? And if it doesn't work, is there a replacement? Because this logarithmic regression only works on BLX. For some reason, there's just no other indicator. And this shit stopped working in August. I guess that was another hint, get out. But this logarithmic regression is going to curl up. And if you want to say that the bottom is in the fall of next year, it's also around 30 to 40K. So I think the bottom is here somewhere. Which this tool is extremely useful. I remember many times we said once we leave the blue, that's your best chance to make money. Like, dude, we're gonna fucking make money again, chat. All right. The area for the... Oh, yeah, oh my gosh, we just broke this too to the downside. So maybe we will free fall. I'm free falling. No, I think the bottom is here somewhere. This is where I get greedy again. I just don't know what I'm going to buy. Do I buy MicroStrategy, Coinbase, Solana? Someone said I'll buy anything but Bitcoin. This guy refuses to buy anything. He'll buy anything but Bitcoin. Because we actually went here. Where were we? Here, right? So we topped here. So we're here somewhere. So if I had to guess, it probably looks like this. Again, hopefully we just staircase down. And then the real shitter, I think it will look exactly like this. The real dump starts in June, and then we go down here by October. It could be so simple, man. It could be. It could be this easy. And we'll know because... Oh, we're really going down now, chat. Oh my god. Oh my god. How do I get out of here? We broke the low, chat. Are you guys buying MicroStrategy at 50 bucks? Yeah. Dude, I'm actually coping, man. Coinbase is nuking. That's alright. I'm never gonna short, bro. I'm just too much of a wuss. Fucking A. That's it, chat. The waterfall attachment. SB for 2 says 8-day super trend close is what matters. Common man for $1. I appreciate the dollar. Yeah, the 8-day super trend is not gonna... It's toast, bro. The weekly super trend already closed below. I'm not moving the goalpost. It's over, brother. My goalpost was 104. We broke it. That's it. Never in NBA history have we ever broken the moving average and then closed above it with the GU indicator. And every single time we hit the middle of the GU indicator, we come out the other side. It happened in 2022. It happened in 2018. It happened in 2000 and whatever. It happened in 0 BC. They used the Gaussian channel. No, I gotta stop there. It's gonna say something not nice. But I appreciate the 3, man. Just shaking the doubters out. I understand, my man. I understand. Cyber curd for $1. I appreciate the dollar. $50 MicroStrategy would be a blessing. I mean, you do have to be open to the possibility that maybe it doesn't make a new all-time high. Because a 30x is pretty big. Me personally, I think if it does go to below 60, I'm going to have to get in anyway. Maybe I'll just put in a little bit. Because you could fire back and say, well, both bull markets, it did a 10x and a 30x respectively. So it's like, it is only a 53 billion market cap. I probably wouldn't go all in on MicroStrategy, but I would buy something, I think. Because there's always that chance that it doesn't go back up. But like even if you have, let's just say you have $1,000. You put in 500. If it does go back up, you can get back to 8K. So if you have 5,000, it's 80K. If you have 50,000, it's 800K. And we can't pretend to know exactly what it's going to look like, but both times it fucking went straight up. So I don't know. I think at $50, it's going to be too, I have to put in something. Just do something. Because we can also say, what if it goes to $1,000? We don't know. But we'll know when it's time to go because we'll have indicators to tell us it's time to get out, just like we did last time. We just ignored them all. But it was time to get out when they had the 100K birthday party. And we ignored it. So ETH is under 2.9. Yeah, I mean, you could just look at Coinbase and MicroStrategy. That's all you need to see. These are like leveraged products of the crypto market. And the Russell's rolling over too. So once we break the super trend, it's night. Yeah. Once the Russell breaks the super trend, it's GG's. Oh my God, the bottom's in. Everybody get back in. Hurry up. That's what we said yesterday. Right? What did we say a couple of days ago? Every Monday, we're lower than we were the previous Monday. Now Monday's going to come up again. Let's see where we are. Oh my God. Oh my God. Everybody get back in. Not financial advice. Isn't the FOMC meeting today? The FOMC meeting has been bearish every single time for the last 10 years. I thought the FOMC meeting was in December. Rocket's about to take off. Yo, rip to everyone who just sold, boys. We're going back up. We're going back to the fucking moon. All the perma bears just got duped. Send it, chat. Send it, chat. The bottom is in again. We said the bottom was in 2 days ago, and now it's in again. No, I never said the bottom is in. I'm just joking. The bottom should be at 40K, I think. I think when Bitcoin's at 40K, that's when I start looking at what do I do for like a permanent position. I just hope my heart problem goes away, because if it doesn't, I'm fucked. Today there's a Fed meeting? I don't think so. I thought the Fed meeting was in December. 270 viewers. Welcome, chat. Oh no, rip to all the people who FOMO'd back in. Another high, another lower high. Viewers are bullish, so we have to go to the moon soon. Yeah, I agree, man. I think people that are selling now are gonna get hosed. No, I'm just kidding. I can't even say that. Dude, I had 850 viewers on the first leg down of the bear market last time. And we were like, all right, we're bullish. And then it went down again. Then we're like, all right, we're bullish. Then it went down again. Then we're like, all right, we're bullish. Then it went down again. Then it's like, all right, we're bullish. Then it went down again. And I was like, I'm out of money. And then we went up. That's what's gonna happen. So instead of saying I'm out of money now. I've been out of money for the last 2 years. So now I'm gonna not be out of money and I'm gonna get all my money back. Will I be older? Yes. But that's life. I had my chance, I blew it. Nvidia earnings after hours? It doesn't even matter, dude. Listen, you guys need to stop. Please stop looking for hopium. In 2020, in 2018, Nvidia was bullish until December of 2018. Sorry. Nvidia remained bullish till September of 2018. They only missed earnings one time, and it was bullish. The one time Nvidia missed earnings, we went up. That was the start of the bull run. So you can't look at Nvidia anymore. It's a bullish propaganda. Nvidia was bullish the whole way up, and Bitcoin's bear market was back here. It's bullish propaganda. What about the 50-day and the 200-day cross? Bearish. Chat, I know you don't want to listen. I get it. Take it from the one who makes the hopium. There is no hopium. There's none. But that's good. That means that everything is going to reset and then we can get a bull run soon. Just not now. Then the weekly moving average is curling down. %44 says holds a new all-time high. So 44% of the chat is still in. To the moon, baby. To the moon, baby. ETH has now lost the moving average. Every time ETH lost the moving average, you went down 7%. You went down 22%. You went down 50%. You went down 26%. You went down 34%. You went down 20%. You went down 25%. So the lowest we can go is 7%. Sorry. The highest low we can go is 7%. The lowest we could go is 50%. I don't think ETH would fall 50% from here. That's way too low. If it does, I would probably just buy in anyway. Say fuck it. What if this is the top forever and it goes back to $600? No, I don't think we're gonna go that low. Why are some coins like Stark pumping? Because there's a million coins and there's a million people, and if everyone wants to buy a coin, they send it up. It is disappointing that I never short, but what are you gonna do? MicroStrategy's in a free fall. I was thinking about it, but I have my game plan. I'm gonna stick to my game plan. My game plan says wait for the big capitulation. That's when I can make my money. Because the first move down is for the experienced people. The second move down is for everyone. That's how I had this epiphany when I was in my bed staring at the ceiling like, whoa, Jack. I said, why don't I just pretend the bear market is the bull market? It's just upside down. So this is where we are right here. Where it's like, we don't know if it's bullish. Only some people made money. Then this is where everyone made money. So right now it's like only the experienced people are making money. So the second move down will be when everyone makes money. Because I lost all my money here. And I don't really want to lose all my money in here. Because I think this is what's going to happen. I want to try and make some money here. I'll probably sit in cash until October. I don't want to know. Because like even if the bottom's in October, if you bought Solana or if you bought Solana in November, you got fucking hosed bad. Even if you bought the bottom on the first drop, you still got hosed. I mean, yeah, you snapped back pretty quickly, but are you going to hold through a 47% drop? If you bought the day of the bottom, you still fell 40%. Imagine, then you sell and it shoots up like that. That would suck. What if we get alt season with a relief rally? Yeah, I mean, it's true. If I rub minoxidil on my head, what if my hair grows back? You could always say that. The dominance is not moving. And people are saying the dominance is going down, like that's good. You guys have to understand the dominance went down the whole first move of the bear market last time. And look at the bull run that we had. You don't want the dominance to go down. You want the dominance to go up. Because there were some people that said that the dominance needs to come up here, and maybe it does. And then the next bull run could be big for everyone. Like if we go like this, it's kind of like 2017. The whole bull run, the coins went down. The dominance went down. Maybe that's what the next run is. Dude, but the fact that MicroStrategy is going down and Bitcoin's not, how low is this gonna go? Do you actually think MicroStrategy is gonna go to 50 bucks? I don't know if that's possible. I don't know. I think $50 is too low. It is 90% though. When the dominance goes down and Bitcoin is going down, that means money's leaving the market. Or it means they're just putting their money in stable coins. Check LTCN. It went through the whole bear market from March 24 till now. I don't know, not in Goyen. You're looking for old season. I mean, I wish you the best, genuinely. But I had the epiphany the other night and this morning that these coins went down so much, so they had retracements. But if I were a TA guy, which I'm not, I would actually say that LTCN is about to go to zero. You had a big rug, big retracement to the 618. Now it's going to zero. Just like ADA. Like, if you look at Cardano, this thing did a 150x. And I just think it's weird that where it topped out was the 618 retracement. So it's almost like this is the whole bull run. This is your 618 retracement. And now the bear market is going to, this whole thing is the bear market. Just like EOS. I know it sounds really crazy to think about, but I think that's what's happening. Because what does Cardano even do? Same thing with EOS. This thing did a 50x. You got your bear market retracement to the 786, and now it's down here. So you got to hold old coins at your own risk, man. You think the bear market for alts is done while Bitcoin goes sideways? Good luck, brother. Good luck. I'm rooting for you, man. I'm just letting you know that if we really get this bear market, once we get this candle, everything is going to go down by 40% instantly. We don't have this yet. Yo, we had a little one. We had a fucking baby one in October, and the coins went to zero. Imagine what happens when you get this. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. If Bitcoin goes down 70%, MicroStrategy should go down 90. Yeah, but we're not going down 70% from here. We go down 70% from the high, which is like 40K. So 90% for MicroStrategy is 50 bucks, but 80% is 75. So in my opinion, a MicroStrategy should bottom between 70 and 50. I just don't know if it's going to go back up because they're making all these new instruments like Stark and all this other rubbish that I don't know if that's going to impact people buying this or not. You can't call it a baby one. That was the largest liquidation in NBA history. Yeah, but it was a baby one for Bitcoin. That's my point. This is a 6% wick. If we get a big ass wick for Bitcoin, how big was this one? Holy shit. You haven't seen nothing yet, big boy. This was 16%. Holy shit. This one too. This one was the worst, yo. 18%. I remember this one. I said, holy shit, did they ban Bitcoin? And they did. China banned Bitcoin. I don't know what the headline is going to be, but when that wick comes, it's going to be nasty. Trump slipped on a banana peel or something. Good luck, Chuck. People are walking around with their pants on fire. Wall Street's not going to let that happen. All right, man. You got to do what's best for you. I'm not saying I know what's going to happen. Just letting you know what has happened in the past. That's all. We're breaking below 16K. No, we're not going that low. Hmm. 89K is refusing to break. Yeah, so did 90K. You got to remember now that every time we go down $1,000, it's more of a percentage. So it's harder to move. Want to bet? What do you want to bet? Yeah, Doge just made a new low too. I'm telling you, it looks like it's holding up until it doesn't. That's why I'm a little nervous. What if Doge breaks? If Doge breaks this, my channel is not ruined. I'll just have to find another coin to leech off of. Because I don't want to believe that this is a 786 retracement and now the bear market resumes to 1 cent. Dash is making higher highs. Dash is still going up. No, it's not. Let me look at the shit coins. Yeah, Myro's at 8 now. That shit's done. I think once the new year comes, I'm done with this website, man. This website has done nothing but cause harm. It gives you the illusion that there's a million options to get a millionaire, and you get none of them. I can't believe Harry Potter never pumped. I'm disappointed, even though I never had it. I'm just shocked. But these are the kind of coins that are gonna bounce when we bounce. At some point, we're gonna bounce. But how low does it go before it bounces? Look at this coin. Look at this dude. Imagine holding this, waiting for the bounce. Dude. Just become a full-blown Bitcoin maxi. No, I'm never going to become a Bitcoin maxi, but I think I'm done with old coins. I think I have my plan to get my money back. It's very unorthodox, but the way I got my money the first time was very unorthodox. Yeah, BNB is about to fill the wick too. Talk about, ooh, baby. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Boom, How's that song? What's that song called? Do do do, won't you take me to do do do, fuck it down. Do do do, won't you take me to do do do, fuck it down. What if all-time highs by New Year has you sitting in all cash? That's okay. I'll just buy back in. No, I know the song is Funky Town. I think if I don't know what to do, I might just buy MicroStrategy. If I really don't know what to do, by the time we're down here, I'll just buy MicroStrategy. Because I unfortunately I deleted my moon. Did I delete my Moon Boy chart? No, I still have it. So the Moon Boy chart did not work for Bitcoin, but it worked for the altcoins. I don't know if you noticed, but after this moment, it basically became impossible to make money. And it fucking did become impossible to make money here. So the problem here is you have a yellow bar in August, which is going to throw off. I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen here. But from the end of 2027 to here, this is where you're going to make all your money back. And then I think the top for altcoins is here. So where is that? So I have to be out of the market by June of 2028. Oh no, this is a whole year. Oh no, but that's good because that's what happened here. It was March to March. Yes. Okay, so what could happen is the bottom is predicted to be here, right? The chat says the bottom is in October. So the bull run starts in January. We get the first rally in August of 2027. Then we do nothing until January. And then the real bull run starts. Yeah, it's gonna go quick, man. I have to be out by summer. How old will I be? 3 years. Fuck. And then the bear market starts here. Alright, could work. Bitcoin Bajan for 5 says maybe I should buy Bitcoin when it hits 87 double bottom. I mean, you could do whatever you want, but nobody knows where the bottom is, man. I'm not going to be able to tell you where the bottom is, especially for a fucking bounce that might not even come. You know? We're speculating that the bounce point is going to be here, but if it isn't, you know how many people are going to long? And that's the thing, there's leverage too. You know how many people probably have leveraged longs here? You don't think the market's going to liquidate them first and then bounce? Because the RSI can go a lot deeper than people think. I'm telling you. Like, I know I'm an idiot, but I've been here long enough to see shit more than once. And the RSI could go a lot deeper than people are anticipating. Just like in the first move of the bull market, look at how high up it got. And everyone was like, yo, this shit is bearish. But like, if you look at when this happens, it only happens in bull markets. This high up, look at how high up we are. Look at that shit. Bull market started. This was a bear market, but you didn't even come up to this level. So if we're starting a bear market, we could go really low. How low can you go? Can you go down low? Oh, can you go down low? Hey, I pull up in my whip. Hey, and we could go low, man. If it's not a bull market anymore, then this isn't even oversold. You could go a lot lower, and then you get the bounce. Now, the bounce is going to be very violent to the upside, so you probably get a chance to get out, but how low does your coin go before it bounces? That's the problem. Like, if you're holding GameStop on Ethereum, when am I supposed to sell this? I was going to buy this here, and I didn't because I'm like, something's not right, dude. These coins look like shit. And now it's down 40%. So if Bitcoin falls again, this is going to fall another 50%, 30%. Now I need like a 2x just to get back to where I already was. Same thing with Maneki. Maneki had a monster run in the beginning of the year, so we all thought it was bullish, but that was just because it fell by 100%. Now it's about to go straight down. So the question is, well, where's the bottom? I don't know. That's why I'd rather not lose all my money trying to buy the bottom because I don't know where it is. Yeah, even oil's falling too. Oh, Bitcoin versus SPY made a lower low, chat. Dude, Bitcoin versus SPY made a lower low. Yeah, you even have a sell signal in the 9-day time frame. It's over, chat. It's over. I don't want to believe it either. It's really sad. But there's just sell signals everywhere. Fucking everywhere. There's sell signals everywhere, dude. We're going up, baby. Old season. If you take it off a logarithmic, it looks so much worse. Yeah, man. Every time the buyers tried to push the price over 100,000, they didn't want it. Excuse me. I had to let that out. Where's our old season, bro? It's not happening. Where does Elon and OXT go? Nothing will ever go to zero. It'll just keep going down by 50%. If you use percentages, you can never mathematically get to zero. That's why it sucks. Like if you put in $1,000 and it goes down to 500, then it goes to 250, then it goes to 125, then what? 63, then 33, then 15, then 7. It'll never go to zero. At some point they'll get delisted. There's no delisting from Uniswap. I don't know if they'll get delisted from those exchanges at some point. They probably will. Bitcoin Bajan for 5 says some YouTubers are still calling for old season. Bitboy and others can't believe this no old season. I appreciate the 5. Listen, nobody on this fucking planet wanted old season more than me. I had the biggest plans for my life, man. I really did. But if you just keep holding and it just keeps going down, at what point do you just say it's never going up? And I can't look at this chart and say, yeah, that's the most bullish thing I've fucking seen in my life. If you start changing the time frames, like it just looks like what it always does. You get 5 green candles, 2 red. 5 green candles, 2 red. We had 6 green candles, probably gonna get 2 red. Look at that shit. Look at this dude. And if you look at emerging markets, it's the same thing too. Every time emerging markets come to this level, we always top out. Unfortunately, we never got a rally, but again, I can only show you what happens historically. If it's different this time, it's different this time. But I'm not going to come on here telling you that it's different this time when every time we've come to where we are, it's over. And I don't know if you noticed, but the coins are going down. You, like, oh, Riot hit the 618 retracement too. Yeah, Riot did a 7x. But same thing with Riot. Riot didn't have a new all-time high because it did a 150x. So it's like, how do you know what to buy? This is what I think. Yeah, Cardano had the same exact structure. What happened to my grayscale? I think grayscale is another sleeper. Would you buy grayscale if it goes back to $8? I guess it would go to 14. Maybe. Maybe I'd buy grayscale. 15 bucks. Ride it back up to 40. Then switch to Doge or some shit. Should have bought the Mustang. At least I've had the Cobra. Yeah, you should have bought the Mustang, bro. Now the prices of Mustangs are gonna go down. I'm telling you, you gotta save up for a 2007 Charger, bro. You gotta save money for the 2007 Charger. You could probably get one for 6K. It's the same shit as that Mustang. You'll feel young again. Amanda's hair will be blowing in the wind. Happy Goyam for 2 says, is it possible to make a 3x in the relief rally? Yeah, depending on what you buy. The question is, what do you buy? I don't know. You know, I appreciate the 2, but I have no idea where the coins are gonna go. But I appreciate the 2, man. Hopefully your life's doing a little better. I thought your wife bought a new car. You lied about that? Dude, I'm telling you, man, you should get a 2007 Charger. Where do you live? If you give Amanda, I haven't gone on Car Gurus in a month. I guess that's a bottom signal. Too bad there's no bottom. Yeah, whenever I go on Car Gurus, it's always a top signal. I don't even care anymore about cars, honestly. Where do I live? What's a zip code in California? I need a zip code for California. I wasted 9.5K on roulette. Yeah, at least I finally bought a car, man. Fucking my car last time was so, I mean, it was a car, but there was no heat, there was no AC, nothing. At least now it's a nice car to where I can cope My butt is hot because the seats heat up and the steering wheel heats up. I mean, that's what every normal car does now, but I was in a 2004 car, so I had none of that. But now I can open up the sunroof and cope. Co-partnerable boy. I'm going to I'm going to pee. What the fuck? It's been raining here and I got my car this morning and it was leaking water. Dude, I'm telling you, man, you got to get a 2007 Dodge Charger. It's perfect for you. Someone give me a zip code in California. Los Angeles is 90001. That's weird. Can I put 90210? Fontana, California. Let's look for a car for cryptomyosis. Dodge Charger. Dude, Amanda's gonna love this car. Wow, the California prices are worse than where I am. Get the fuck out of here. They want 12,000? Yeah, money's tight, dude. What the hell? California's terrible. They're charging 10 grand for a piece of shit. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I guess you're right. You just gotta drive the Honda, bro. You gotta drive the Honda. There's no way this car is worth 12 grand. Whoa, this one's an SRT8. Can you go to Tajunga? Yeah, but it's still too much money. Damn, California's a ripoff, man. I mean, the prices are pretty similar now where I am, but the mileage is atrocious. Yeah, I guess you're out of luck, Mr. Meow. You're better off sticking it out with the Honda, man. You're better off sticking it out with the Honda. Beep beep. Beep beep. Excuse me. Excuse me, please. What about this car? What about this car? My name is Cryptomalicis, and I drive. Whoa, dude, you got to get the car that I have. No, it's still expensive. Can you go to Fontana? This car is only 6K. Oh, wow, this car's nice, bro. It's the same car that I have. It's just a little bit dirtier. How many miles? Oh, wow, it's got a lot more miles. Yo, you got 7 grand, man? You can go to Fontana, California, get a 2012 Chrysler 300C V8. Amanda would love that car. It's a nice car. You got 6K, man. That car's perfect for you. It's luxurious for Amanda, and I mean, it's not the fastest car, but it's enough to have fun. This is a nice car, man. Where the YN's at? I'm part of the crew. It's a nice car. All the trucks are gold. Car talk is bearish, chat. Why are we talking about cars when we're in a bear market? What are we doing? What are we doing? No worries, there's still hope. Scientists have discovered stem cells for baldness. Brother, let me tell you something I always tell you. If you're crying about being bald, you probably have low testosterone. There's a billion problems in the world, and being bald isn't one of them. The only problem about being bald is I now have exposure to the sun. So I have a high risk of skin cancer, which is probably going to happen. But even if I had hair, the same problem is with my nose. See how my nose is, when I pull my hand away, it turns white? So I buy sunblock and I go like this. Already bearish and on, doesn't matter. That's all right. We're back, baby. We're gonna get out of this. I don't even know why I'm in a good mood. I think I'm in a good mood because, dude, I know we can get out of this, man. I know we can get out of this. We've done it before. It's a long way down. It's a long, it's a long way from Kansas. We got to get back to Kansas, boys. David B is gonna make so much money next time. David B is gonna kill it, dude. God bless David B. If I'm David B, I'm saving 100K for MicroStrategy. Yo, it's still going down. Oh my God. Dude, shout out to David B, man. He's gonna be a millionaire next time. You could buy 2,000 shares at $50 and ride it back up to 700. No, I'm not, dude. Bitcoin Bajan says it's 60K to bottom. Bro, there's no bottom, man. You know how I know the bottom's not close? There's 270 people in here. The real bottom will be put in when there's 700 people in here. The first bottom. The real bottom, we're not even, it's like months away. The local low will be in when there's like 400 or 500 people in here. Because in 2021, we put in a local low when there was 800 people. I took a screenshot. Look, December 4th, 2021. I took a picture and I said, I can't believe how many people were in my chat. Look. Over 800 bogeys in the chat. That used to be something I used to dream about. December 3rd. So when there's a bunch of jabronis in here, that's where, excuse me, that's where the local low is, but we're not there yet. You'll see the viewers are going up the lower we go, so it's like the inverse of the bull run. The higher we go, the more viewers, the lower we go, the more viewers. So when there's like 500-600 people, that'll probably be a bottom. But I do appreciate the 5, man. Ben Cohen was saying it wasn't going below 60K. No, see, I listen to what these people say, and then you guys come in here and just like block out half the words they said. He said it's possible because there was no euphoria that we might go that low. But there's no data that suggests that we'll go down to 65K and stop there. That's not even a 50% drawdown. What is that, a 50% drawdown? This is the saddest thing that ever happened to me. Yeah, but not in Goyen. You just said you still have 15K, dude. You can turn that back into 200,000-300,000 again easily. Cause let's be real, Nangoyan. Let's stop bullshitting. Our Moonboy chart said that this was the end, or this was the end. We just didn't listen. So our chart was right. Obviously, the grand scheme was incorrect because we thought the top was gonna be here and it wasn't. But how many people stopped making money when the Moonboy chart said you're not going to make any more money? Almost everyone in the chat didn't make any money once the Moonboy chart said you're not making any more money. When the Moonboy chart said you're going to make money, most of us made money. Moonboy chart says there's no more money coming in for a while, and now everyone's losing all their money. Now, because it was incorrect overall, we have to accept that the Moonboy chart that says we're bullish in August is probably going to be wrong. But you'll probably be bullish into August and then probably go down for the low. And the good news is, Mr. Nguyen, that August of 2027, there's another Moonboy chart, which is in our favor, unironically, as the 4-year cycle kicks off. Then, August of 2027 to August of 2028 is exactly what happened from March of 2023 to March of 2024. So if I had to bet my money, I am all in. September's always bearish, so August and September are probably bearish. October's probably bearish. November of 2027 to here is where I get all my money back. That's what I'm banking on. But we're not going to talk about that right now because we're going to let the market play out. But let's not bullshit Nanangoyan. The Moonboy chart was dead on for us. Not for the market, but for us. So we're going to make it, bro. But do not lose all of your video. I mean, not all your video. Don't lose all of your money, Nanangoyan. I'm telling you, man. I know what that feels like. You're down to your last dollar, so you're like, fuck it, I'm just going to lose it anyway. It's not worth it. Because hear me out. You said you have your 15K left. What if you just do nothing for the next year? You go for a run, you get your life together, you stop being a lard like me. Then GBTC goes down to $15. Then you could throw your 15K in and go right back to 50 grand. Then you take your 50 grand and you throw it in Floki. You're back. Like, it's that simple. This bull run, GBTC just went straight up for a whole year. From 8K all the way to 70K. You can't lose all of your money, chat. Please. I need you to send me super chats, and you can't do that if you lose everything. So stop being selfish. Imagine. Imagine. I ended up taking out 30K throughout November of 2024. Yeah, man, you're in a good spot. Like, I know to the masses, 30K is not a lot, but 30K in a bear market is life-changing money, brother. Brother. What you gonna do, brother? How do you know Solana? Like, what about Bonk? I know Bonk is gonna suck because Bonk sucked in 2023. But I don't know if anyone's aware of this, but Bonk is recreating the exact chart that Solana has. So that means once Solana breaks this neck, Bonk is going to go straight down. So I don't know if I'd put all my money on Bonk down here, but maybe you could gamble 10K? I don't know. But maybe Bonk is like Shiba, where this was the top forever. That could be the case. And the next bull run, it does a retracement, and then it's done again. You're probably going to have to stick to coins that don't exist yet. I'm only buying BTC. It could be. Non-Ngoyan's being negative. I don't know what to say to you, man. I wish you the best. Life is so precious. Don't waste any more of it staring at the charts. Damn, MicroStrategy's going down faster than I anticipated. It is a little bit annoying, but I guess that's part of the plan. I have to stick to the plan. Is he being negative to me? No, he's just unhappy with life. Which I understand. Me and Nanangoyan are very similar. He's just negative and I may be negative, but I'm not negative towards other people. I'm only negative just in general. He's just negative towards everyone, like a porcupine. He's like a porcupine. If you poke it, it like shoots the spikes out. Bitcoin Bajan for 5 says Bitcoin top 150, not sure, but range 150, 160. Yeah, that's what I think. I think the top for next cycle is 150 as well. Because this time around we went up by 80%. So next time we'll probably go up by like 30 or 40. It's like 160. Which, I mean, if you can scoop up some Bitcoins at 30, 40K, that's still, I mean, what is that? Like a 4x almost? It's better than nothing. It's not enough for me, but I'll have to figure something out. But I appreciate the 5. Bitcoin's never going to $1 million, my brother. Now we know it's never going to $1 million. Because everyone said, oh, everyone's getting in, blah, 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 top. Now no one wants it, bottom. But every time we go up, the top is closer to the previous top. So at some point, it's never going to hit $1 million. Like, it's impossible. Yo, at some point, this shit's going to go down, man. You know? What if that was the top forever? Because look at all the OG whales that sold. Could you imagine that was the top forever and now we're never going to get our money back ever? A lot more positive today. Yeah, because we're finally to the point where I've accepted it's over, so I don't have to lose any more money. And when I lift up my shirt, I can see my body again, so it makes me excited for my future. I'm still fat, but like, I probably got to lose 10 more pounds, which should be, well, the holidays are coming up, but that's not bullish, so I should be fine. It's all about the revaluation. All right. Whatever you guys need to believe to get you through this. Oh man, ETH's going down now. Yeah, every time we break the super trend, we go down. Every time. Yeah, so you know what? I guess the bounce isn't that far away. Like, it's not, it is far away in percentage, but it's not that far away in time. Come on, chat. My plan is gonna work. Dude, MicroStrategy almost did the exact same thing as last time. You got the sell signal, you got the bounce to the super trend, and then it just fell off the table. So maybe we bottom in December and then we're bullish until March. And then March is where I make my plan. Then we go straight down all the way to August. Bottoms in November. Just run it back. You don't think MicroStrategy will make a new all-time high? There will be hopium bounce in the future. Yeah, I think that's coming in December. Because last time our hopium bounce was in January, but the top was in November. So it's a month over to the left. So our hopium bounce could be in December. And then everyone's going to say Santa Rally. That's why I hope we don't go that low. No, Doge made another low again. Yeah, that'll do it, boys. A dum the diddy diddy dum diddy do. Yeah, nah, we're gonna come up with a plan, bro. That's what makes me excited. Dude, this 2x Bitcoin ETF did a 5x. So maybe it comes all the way back to $10. I mean, I guess it will. A dum da diddy diddy dum diddy do. What about Chainlink? Chainlink is done, man. Chainlink might break the low from 2022. Again, it sounds really stupid to say out loud if you're a crypto moon boy, but if you think about it as a trader, which I'm not a trader, but like I don't own any chain links, so it doesn't matter what it does. But if I were a trader, I would look at it from this perspective. Chainlink did a 400x, so because there was so much buying in 2021, there wasn't enough buying this time. And you came to the 786 retracement, which is super bearish. So there's two options for Chainlink. Either it comes back to the low, like Bitcoin Cash, and it just floats around here, and then the next bull run it goes up, or it breaks the low, and that's the all-time high forever. That's what I think. Because Bitcoin Cash in 2021 hit the 786 retracement, then went back to the low. XRP and XLM did the same thing. But EOS never recovered. It just went straight down. And so did Dash. Like, I know a lot of people are bullish on Dash now, but I'm pretty sure Dash made a new low. Yeah. So Bitcoin bottomed back here, and Dash just went down forever. This isn't even the full chart. Let me try and find a full chart. Yeah. I mean, people are in the chat talking about a Dash bull run. Look at this dude. That shit is rubbish. Again, Dash had a life-changing rally, 500x. The next bull run it did shit. 618 retracement. Like yo, doggy dog. I'm not a TA guy, but every fucking coin that's topped out is at the 786 and the 618 retracement. They all made new lows, or they came back to the low. Is this not where all the coins hit? Doge hit the 786. Bitcoin Cash hit the 786 last time. XRP hit the 786 in 2021. Like, I know I'm not a trader, but if I were a trader, that's what I would be looking at. 786 retracement, bearish. That's what Doge just did. That's why I'm nervous. Like, I'm not nervous that it's going to crash because it is, but what if it never goes up again? That's why I think Doge is coming to the low. I just need it to hold, because then if it holds, you could get a big run next time, just like XRP. But if this low doesn't hold and it just goes to zero, then this is the top forever. Then my whole channel, I'm going to need a new shtick. XRP? I don't know. LTC looks so weird. It's sideways, then collapse 1 year run. Yeah, I know, because you're looking at it from the lens of every time this happens. Once you drop that lens, it doesn't look weird at all. Again, same perspective. You got to understand that Litecoin went up by 300x, brother. We're just late. We bought the hopium from the YouTubers and we're late. How do you know this isn't a 7-year bear flag? When you look at it from this perspective, it doesn't really look that crazy, does it? And where was this retracement? Don't tell me. I think this was a .5 actually. Yeah. So you didn't get to the 618. I think it was the 618 from this one. Yeah, it was. So I'm not trying to scare you guys, but like, if you look at it from this perspective, dude, this thing might have topped out forever. That's why Charlie Lee sold it. You got a giant bear flag. The minimum target would be down here at $30. If it holds, then you probably got a triple bottom and then you could stay bullish. But we look at it from the lens of, well, that can't happen because it's crypto. But I'm looking at it now as, well, it could happen because it is crypto. Look at EOS. Vaporware. So I'm done with altcoins, bro. It's a failed. Look at Polkadot, man. It was a failed operation. We had our one chance in 2024 and we blew it. So once you make peace with that, your life will get easy. And when you're sleeping on your deathbed, just think about all the time you wasted and all the dreams you could have had and the happy life. And you know what you could say? You gave it your best. But I won't say, well, what if I gave it more effort? Because I could not have given it more effort. I just thought the payoff would be better. But that's life. But like I said, I've made the money before. I've made money every cycle. I just give it back. So next time I make the money, I'm not basing it off of a clock. I'm taking my money and I'm doing something with it. Bobby J for 2 says play Great Khali so we could go up. I appreciate the 2. I don't think we'll ever play Great Khali, man. I think we said we'd play it when we get our money back, but that ain't happening. So I don't have to listen to that rubbish. That's it, chat. Embrace the bearishness. The faster you do, the better off you'll be. Promise. I'm trying to make plans for next year outside of crypto because it's not doing anything. I want to run a 5K. I'd like to run a 5K race one day. I don't know if my body's capable of it, but I think I could do it if I train. I only ran 3 miles one time in my life. I got 30 minutes, which isn't that bad. It's average. But most people can't even run 3 miles. I can't run 3 miles now. But I want to run a turkey race. Gobble, gobble, gobble. I bet you Crypto Meow runs turkey races with Amanda. They wear matching outfits. Gobble, gobble. Hulkamania says it's not over, brother. Brother. The S&P is still holding up. Brother. Now, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to laugh. Brother. The Major General for 2 says, curious how the bottom for strategy looks. Ouch. I appreciate the 2. I appreciate the 2 from Great Khali as well. Yeah, I don't know where the bottom is for MicroStrategy, but it's like going down faster than I wanted. I was actually hoping it would go down with Bitcoin, but it's just going down by itself. It's not just going to go straight down. There's going to be a lot of buyers at the volume area here. So the first low is probably at $100 around January. Then we get the big bounce into the spring. Oh shit, it's got to be faster than this. Yeah. Then we get the big bounce into the spring. If I had to guess what's going to happen to MicroStrategy, you could just use this and say this is what's going to happen. Now, I don't want to be that guy to say the exact same thing is going to happen, but I think it could be a little bit accelerated, kind of like this, but then we make a new low here. I think this could happen, basically. And I think the bottom would be here somewhere at like 70 bucks. But the reality is, the beautiful thing about this, don't worry about where the bottom is. If Bitcoin topped in October, then the bottom should be in the fall. So MicroStrategy should have bottomed by the fall. And if the whales, like Nanangoyan says, watch my channel, then there's also a chance that MicroStrategy bottoms in the summer of 2027. It's one of these. So whichever one it is, I don't know. I think you're looking at a lot of people saying it's going to do the same thing, and it never does. In 2021, a lot of coins made new lows before the halving. So we have to imagine that it is a possibility that MicroStrategy just bleeds the whole way down and then it turns bullish. I don't know. That's why it's going to be risky. There's no such thing as easy money. Those days are over. I need to get to 170. If you need to gain weight, you need to put cheese on a tortilla and eat 3 of them for each meal. 2 tortillas and 2 pieces of cheese is 330 calories. If you eat 3 for breakfast, 3 for lunch, and 3 for dinner, that's over 2200 calories. You'll be fine. Have a glass of Coke with peanut butter banana. It's so easy to gain weight. Josh says, dude, it's really going down. Dude, not yet. We've kind of been the same price for an hour and a half. Dude, he said, dude, it's really going down. Lunc got delisted on Kraken. Dude. Oh, XRP is starting to break now. Uh-oh. A dum diddy diddy dum diddy do. Bull run starts when Diddy comes out. I think that's true, actually. You gotta buy in when Diddy gets out of prison. I've been trying to get my weight up and sitting at 152. You want to get fat? You gotta eat tortillas with cheese and salad dressing and peanut butter banana sandwiches. Get a toaster, get a pack of waffles for $2. That's 1,000 calories. You put peanut butter with banana on each of the waffles and you make a sandwich. That's like 1,500 calories right there. You do that twice a day, you'll gain like 2 pounds of fat every week. And then for dinner you have a box of chopped meat. I'm not a person who eats the problem. You just do it. You just eat. What do you mean you don't eat? Then how do you survive? You just eat. Eat, damn it. I have to change my goal. I guess I'll go to the Chinese buffet if I get to 175. I don't know if I'll ever get to go to the buffet again. Where's the squeeze? Brother, there. Aloe, you gotta stop. There's no bottom. There's no bounce. There's no short squeeze. It's over. For people that say it can't go down forever, I present you EOS, one of the top coins that were shilled in 2028. Oh my God, it's gonna be 10 years. Can't believe it. One of the top coins that were shilled in 2017. The shit has never found a bottom. It can't go down forever. We're never, ever, ever going back up. Eat a carnivore diet, don't add all that sugar. If you're skinny like Bobby J, he's probably never gonna get fat, bro. If you're not fat for your first 10 years of your life, you'll never be fat. That's not what I meant, but like some people that are just skinny, I forget what they're called, ectomorphs, they just don't gain weight. And some people are just fat, like me. They just they just eat forever. I'm just a little bit upset that the shit is going down faster than I anticipated. MicroStrategy fell 10% today. You will bring back the old intro on the bear market? No, I like my intro now. You guys like the purple? I think the purple looks cool, right? So before I forget, we now have around 270 people in the chat. If you could subscribe to my food channel. We're almost at 500 viewers. Sorry, we're almost at 500 subscribers. It would be my dream to get monetized on a food channel. I appreciate the 2 from Riser, but I will never bring back the old intro. Listen, I'm looking at my life now like the past is done. There's no new intro. I made all new thumbnails this morning. I don't care what I did in 2024 or 2025. It's over. Now I focus on 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029, 2030. I can't go back in time. So no old intro, no old character, none of that. I appreciate the 2 from Riser. I didn't get 1 subscriber. You guys aren't subbing. What's going on? I need 6 subscribers. There we go. 5 more. Here we go. Five more subs. Get those subs in, chat. Subway sandwich. Subway footlong. Is Subway here today? Yeah, he said some shit before about 8 months. You can't see because my camera's blocking it. Yeah, you can see it here. I guess you can't see the angle smaller. Dude, we had the area right, man. We just didn't have the frickin' price. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I tried to show you this video to show me my face, but you can't see because I'm blocking it. Subway said his girlfriend left him and you ignored him. I don't know. He might be playing a character too, dude. Every time he comes in here, he says his girlfriend left. So either he just keeps getting a new girlfriend or it's the same girl over and over again. Trump and his sons new to shield their meme coin. Buy the dip all the way to 0. This cycle is so effed that I'm bullish. Let's run a poll, actually. Well, the poll already says. So the poll says 43% is holding all the way to all-time high. 27% is sitting in cash. Start a poll. Run a poll. Let's see. Get your votes in, chat. Get your votes in, chat. Alt stop going on March 24, but Bitcoin keep going. ETH not making all-time high. I know, non-Ngoyan. We got to start all over again, bro. Just accept it. All right, you got a 50x, man. I hate to say it, but you got a 50x, brother. What else do you want? I've accepted it. I had all my money and I lost it. It's over. So what's the plan now? What is your non-Ngoyan? What is your plan for the next 2 years? Let us know. Mighty Man. Oh my God, I have to share this with you guys. This is really bad. I really shouldn't, but I really shouldn't share this, but you guys. All right. Ah. All right, so this is really unprofessional. If you're a lady, just cover your ears, or if you have kids around. But I was swiping on Hinge yesterday, and one of these profiles came up, and yeah, I'm just as unprofessional, but it was literally a black ass. And I was like, what the fuck? And it got darker. And it was all hairy. And I was like, what the fuck am I looking at? So then I scrolled down and it said it was a trans woman. And I just like, I said to myself, how are they allowing this on the app? And I thought about Mighty Man saying, I got a date tonight, and this is what he's going out with. And I just laughed because I thought of the chat. Because Mighty Man always, Mighty Man is always talking about going on a date. So I'm like, I just pictured Mighty Man going out with this person. But I swear I instantly thought of the chat, man. I was like, what the fuck am I looking at? It was it is what it is. I said, how is this allowed? The next topic though. Some fucking black ants. Oh man. So essentially, I have nothing against trans women, but it was a hairy, dark black ass. And it was, oh man. You said, how is this allowed? And then swiped right. No, actually, there's a remove option. If you tap the top right, it says remove. And I just thought of Mighty Man. I was like, Mighty Man's gonna go out with her. Or they, them. Anyway, next topic. I only remembered that because someone said the word Mighty Man. And I just remember thinking in my head, that's what I just thought of Mighty Man going out. But this bear market talk, Dude, we've been having bear market conversations since 2024. Did I get more subs? Come on, 3 more subs, chat. 3 more subs. Time flies. We're getting ready for our Disney World trip next month. Yeah, it was a good try. At least you made it out, man. At least you made it out, brother. Enjoy your life, Cryptomyosis. You're not like the rest of us where we're trapped here. You actually have a nice life going for yourself. Which we will too. You know, I gave myself to the end of this year. I basically put my life on hold for the last year, last 2 years, and I said, you know what? When I finish this crypto shit, I'll start living life. And in the beginning of this year, when I lost all my money, I said, whatever happens by the end of this year, I'm done. So next year, I think is going to be good for me because this was the year where I said I'm walking away. Now, obviously, I'm not walking away from crypto, but I accept my reality. I'm never going to be rich. I'm never going to be a millionaire. I'm never going to have a Corvette. Maybe next time. But that doesn't mean I can't live life. I'm just not giving this shit my time anymore. I'm giving it to 3 hours a day on the stream, and that's it. I'm not sitting here looking for hopium, looking for coins. I'm not even going on Deck Screener. We didn't even go on Deck Screener today, I don't think. Only the one time to share it. But I'm done with Deck Screener. I'm done with all of this shit, man. Look at PayPay, man. The Chinese PayPay. 0. Coins have been going down since July of last year. Joe is going down. These coins are all done, man. That's it. Now, at some point, they're going to bounce. But Dog and Me is coming to my box finally after all these time. So that's it. I have to make a new game plan at some point. You need to get a job as an auto porter in a Corvette dealership to move the cars around. Nah, I'll get a Corvette at some point. They're getting really cheap now. Now they're in the 30K range. So, I mean, obviously I can't do anything now, but the next bull run I'll get a Corvette. It's 2 years from now. If you really think about it, 2 years from now we'll be in a really good spot. Which, when I was down here, I was feeling the worst in my life. I said, what the fuck, man? 2 years later, I felt the same way. This is horrible. Even though I had everything I could have wanted. So, obviously, I can't say 2 years from now for the top, but this was the top. And 2 years later, I was fucking doing great. So, dude, chat, shut. 2 years from here, you had all your money back. So I would imagine 2 years from here, you probably got your money back. Depending on what you do. Obviously, if you hold Shiba to 0 or Peanut to 0, then you don't have your money back. But the bull market will return. Now, December of 2017 was 3 years to get back up there. But if you notice, the time it takes to get back to the all-time high is shrinking. And we made a new all-time high early this time because the Moonboy chart said so. You made a new all-time high last time when the Moonboy chart said so. Non-Ngoyan will tell you that. Our new all-time high comes in around August. I'm not going to say August of 2027. I think that's too early, but somewhere around there. But chat, I just told you, October of 2025, 2 years from now, is October of 2027. I think October of 2027 is going to be like this. And then we're going to rally again to October of, probably March of 2020, whatever. I don't even know what the fucking next year is. So give yourself a 2-year window, but don't lose all your money. Don't lose all your money, chat. You're in stocks for the next year. So you sold your crypto to buy stocks. I mean, it could work. There's no guarantees that the S&P goes into a bear market because in 2018 you didn't. But if you think it's going to be smooth sailing for stocks, it's not going to happen. Bitcoin Bajan for 5 says, what market sectors would be good for 35% return potentially? Wondering about stocks if I time it right. Well, if you want a guaranteed return, you could potentially buy stocks at the 200-week moving average. Historically, that's where the bottom is. For some reason, my moving averages don't work anymore, but historically, the bear market ends at the 200-week moving average. So there's no such thing as a guarantee, but you're asking a 35% return. By the time Bitcoin hits 40K, the S&P will be at this moving average. I don't know when it's going to be, and I don't know what it's going to look like. But when Bitcoin hits 40K, the S&P will be at this moving average. So if you wanted a guaranteed money, then I would say you could wait for SPY to hit 515 and then get in. And then that's a guaranteed 35%. But if you're asking me which altcoin is going to bounce 35%, that's impossible to know. It's impossible to know. But I appreciate the 5, man. But I appreciate the 5. But we just, again, I said it before. Every time we go down now, it's more of a percentage. So every time we lose $1,000, it's more than 1% because we're not 100K anymore. So it's going to be harder to go down. I had a moving average on MicroStrategy. I don't know what it was though. Was it the 1 hour? Yeah, it was. I bet you the Gaussian channel works good on the small time frames. Yeah, look at that. I just don't like how fast it's going down. I don't want it to go down that fast. Because last time you got a red sell signal, you were able to get in the short before it went down. We don't have it yet, which is good, but we're below the channel. Oh yeah, we could still be here. Yeah, I think that maybe December is the initial low, and then January, February, March is bullish, and then the bottom gets put in. Because if you think about it, March April, May, June, July, August, September, October. There's 7 months left. And this whole thing took 7 months to complete, right? 250 days times 30. Yeah, actually more than 7 months. So we could be here somewhere. Boosted staying for Tuesday. I sold everything I had this morning. Gonna wait. I appreciate the two. Yeah, I'm waiting. I know people are making money shorting right now, but I'm gonna wait before I do anything. Because again, if we know it's a bear market, then we know at some point there's going to be a capitulation down to the bottom. So that would be the best time to strike for people like me. Not after the move already. Like MicroStrategy already fell by 60%. So at some point it's going to bounce. Coinbase didn't fall yet, but Coinbase might be more closely attached to the stock market than we might have thought. Because the S&P fell with Bitcoin last time. And maybe it still does. It's too early to say. Because if you look at last time, Bitcoin was bearish, but the S&P didn't really turn bearish until March. Like, I know there's people in the chat that are saying the S&P didn't fall. The S&P didn't even fall in the beginning of the year until March. But if you look at Bitcoin, she started falling in February. So it's possible that the S&P falls next month. And if it doesn't, again, you could argue that Bitcoin actually put the low in when the S&P fell initially. We topped in November and the S&P topped in January. So the S&P could still be bullish for another 2 months. That's why it's very tough to time everything. But that's why I don't care. I'm waiting for the bottom, or I'm waiting for the odds to be in my favor. So every bull run, I say this, I already said this like 10 times. That's annoying to hear, I know, but we never break the Gaussian channel on the first try. You always get stuck. So if I had to guess, we're probably going to be ranging here until March. So maybe there's another flush to like 78K, and then we do this. And then once March passes, because you got to imagine the bottom is here. This is 231 days. This is oh my God, that was actually perfectly 231 days. Look at this dude. In 2018, from this high, it was 147 days. So if you stick it out to here, it's 175 days. So somewhere around this area, there's a hammer. I don't know where it is though. Because even if you take, which again, it's not going to look like this, but if you did take this and just copy it over, it does say the bottom should be in December. And then if you take the 2017 one, actually, let's do that. Let's just take all of them. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, this one says February's the hammer. What about 2014? What about 2014? 2014? Hammers in March as well. So it looks like hammers in March. Yeah, oh my God. And then look, the bottom's in October. Everything you cut out says the bottom is in October, and then the hammer comes in March. So if I had to guess, the bottom should be in December, and then a new low will be in April or May, and then the bottom could be wherever. But if you do cut out each bear market, they all say March is the exit for the dump. The dump a dump. The badonka donk. The badonka dump. This one's April. This one is March. And this one is actually August. But if you put April on all of them, April is the last chance to short in each of them. So my guess would be if we did rug and bottom in December, then March or April would be the chance to start entering a short position. Because you can see in both, they're all doing the same thing. Straight down. This one was down, sideways, straight down. This one was just down. And they all say the bottom is in the same spot. So you have to be back in around November. So if I were going to buy MicroStrategy, I would probably buy it in November or December of next year. I don't even know what I don't know what I'm going to do, but I got plenty of time to figure it out. So I like you and all, but no one was right about this nonsense. 4-year cycle. Why would we trust you? You don't have to trust me, brother. I'm not telling. Oh, I'm not telling you to listen to me. I don't care. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. Just hold all the way to 0. Mighty man, have a good date. Going to bed early today. Don't worry, I won't leave. The girl I was talking, this girl is talking back now. I think I have a chance. You got a message back? You're excited? That's good, man. I hope it's not the I hope it's not the person I was talking about before. Isn't really that bad. MicroStrategy is already down 60%. Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. You're most likely in something like this. But again, it's not going to look exactly the same. Even though it does appear to be doing it right now, it's not going to stay that way forever. At some point, you're going to deviate. But we're going to find out. I'm just glad I'm finding out without holding it all the way down. We got to take a look at our memories, chat. APUs at 43. You know what? I don't want to, actually. I don't want to do that. I changed my mind. Wait, let me look at Dogelon. Yeah, Dogelon's at 55. Listen, it was a mission failed. Mission failed. Kishu is going to 0. It just keeps going down after 4 years. Is Cat with Bag still holding up? Nope. It was a good try, chat. Ponk is at 4. It's over. There was more than enough tries. It's the wrap. I'm still in denial. I need a rally. I get it, bro. It's gonna get bad. Actually, ETH broke. Yeah, ETH broke the super trend, man. It's gonna get bad. Ooh, ooh. Looks like you sold all your coins. Yeah, I've been out for like 2 weeks, basically. Ooh. But it doesn't matter because I took a leverage trade, and even though I was right, I was wrong on my trade, but I would have been right if I just held. But the coin went so low that I was just like, bro, I can't get. Well, if I would have never closed it, I would have got liquidated. So I guess I could look at it from that perspective. But again, I lost more money than I should have, but that's what I always say. So yeah, I've been in cash for 2 weeks, pretty much, or a week and a half, maybe. I don't know. But once we broke the moving average, for me, that was it. Like, I'm not going to fade something that's never been wrong. Crazy Waffles for 2 says, thanks for telling me not to hold to 0. Well, it was not financial advice, so I didn't tell you to do anything. You did it on your own. But we'll get through this. Half the people are going to leave, the other half that stay. We'll find a way. We did it last time. We'll do it again. But that should be all she wrote for today, chat. All right. Don't go to 0, please. You're triggering sell signals that have never been wrong. Ever. Every single time this has happened, it was a bear market. And every single time it happened on the upside, it was a bull market. This is our first sell signal since the bull market began. Pitbull got euthanized. Chris is here. Welcome to the end of the live stream. We'll be at all-time highs in no time. Nobody subbed to my food channel. Ah, let's go. We're halfway to 1,000. That's what I like to see. We're going to shill it every day until I get to my goal of 500 subscribers. This video did pretty good, actually, one day ago. Go watch this spicy potato. There's 240 people in here, and there's 157 views. So some of you are not watching, and I don't like that. So we'll be back tomorrow. But as always, none of this is financial advice. I do appreciate the support. We will get through this. We will be back tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. And I guess I'll be here forever. But that was the dream. So enjoy your day. We'll be back tomorrow. None of this is financial advice. And bye.